today we're going to be giving some more information on important changes and updates and so just what's going on in the state of our organization, right?
A lot going
so
on.
it's going to be a great ride. Well, I'm Billy Lonsberry. I'm the president of the organization, and with me today I have Joshua McElwee. Hello, Josh.
Hello.
Welcome. He is the vice president of the organization as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And so today's going to be good, man. We've got some exciting things coming up, and we really want our people to know like what's in store. Where have we been? What is the successes and the times that we've had together, and then where are we going now as an organization?
A lot of exciting things,
isn't it,
going on right now? Huge.
There
things
are.
going on.
So I guess first, let's just kind of like who we are and where we came from, like you and I. Like,
absolutely.
I've been in this position for about a year now, and so Michael Walker was the president and stepped away in December of 2023. So January 2024, I step in as the president, and then shortly after that, we brought you on as the assistant athletic director. Did a fantastic job with that role and bringing in lots of compliance and paperwork and really streamlining some processes for us, which
all the fun stuff.
Oh, all the fun stuff, right? You got to deal with all the headaches, all the paperwork. But you've done an incredible job. And then here in the last couple of months, we've been through a process of bringing you on now as the VP.
Yeah.
And just I think that position for you and that role is going to be dynamite. And so our organization will really benefit from you in that role too.
Yeah.
So
well,
we're excited.
We came in as a new homeschool family. What was crazy for us was when we started homeschooling, we weren't even aware of AHA.
Yeah.
We didn't even know there was such an organization.
Right.
And so to find out that there was such a powerful organization as AHA, our family, it's been the best part for us of homeschooling. The fact that we could connect to an organization like AHA, and not just the sports, the relationships, the friendships, just a beautiful community of people that we have benefited so much. So when you guys asked me to come on the board, I was like, we have to do this. We have to, because it's so important of a service that's being provided to our area. And any way we can help, we wanted to be a part.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, it's great that you mentioned the communal aspect that's there, right? Because that was kind of our story too. Like we make the decision to homeschool back in 2019, and as a family, and like, okay, well, what are the outlets for my kids?
Yeah.
What do we have? And we had some family members who are a part of the organization who still are, and they let us know, like, hey, here's some options. And so it was really, really good to be a part of that. It gives our kids something more than just an outlet for sports or some academic help or any of that, but really the friendships that are starting to be formed.
Definitely. Well, I think a lot of people find us
crucial.
Through the they're looking for athletics.
Right.
That was how we found you guys. And you have a sports background. I have a sports background. How critical it was, to our development and growing up. So you start out looking for that, but then you don't realize all the other benefits of being part of this organization. So that's what we're going to talk about today. A lot of those exciting things.
Yeah, man, it's fun time. So let's dive into it, man. So so where did we begin? I think back in 2016, we had a group of parents who were like us. We were looking for things for our kids, and a group of parents who said, "Hey, let's start a volleyball team." And back in 2016, volleyball became kind of the heartbeat of the organization, and that's how those parents who put in that dedication, the work to really get that started for their kiddos, right? And then from there, it has just grown and exploded. And so I'm really excited to talk about a lot of that today.
Yeah, so with that, it started with volleyball.
Right.
So how many sports do we have today?
Today. So it started with girls volleyball, one or two teams, girls, JV, and varsity. But today we have 6 different sports and 14 different teams represented within those sports.
Wow.
So,
and it started, what was the year?
2016. So we're coming up on almost 10 years. So this is going to going into that 10-year anniversary of Alexandria Homeschool. And
so we're at a rate of adding more than one team per year, basically, because we're at 14 teams over 9 years.
Yeah.
And it's tough to add. It's tough to add.
It
I've been
is
part
tough.
of adding.
That's right. And people come to, they say, well, can we do this? Can we do that? Like, our stance is yes, like we want to support the homeschool community any way that we can with athletics and academics, but it really takes a parent or a person who has that passion and drive to own it and say, hey, I'm going to do whatever I can to get that going. So when you look at that, when we say 6 sports and 14 teams, that is all parent driven. And like these are parents who are invested in their kids' lives, who are putting forth the work and the effort to make sure their kids have these outlets available.
And 14 teams because you might have boys, girls varsity, you might have middle school, you might have those are all basketball.
Those 14 teams are all up and coming training, middle school, about 4th, 5th grade on up to high school sports.
And how many total athletes would you say we have in the organization right now?
We have about 85 middle school athletes and about 75 high school athletes.
Wow.
Yeah. Across all 14 teams. Isn't that crazy?
Like a small school or something. That's starting to develop here.
It really is, right? So I started looking at the numbers and going, okay, well, we have this many athletes. We have this many teams. But in our organization, we have 124 families that are represented with all of that. So with those, you have those athletes, but our organization is more than athletics, right?
Man, so, 124 families.
Yeah.
And then how many kids would you say total? Because I know I said athletes, but not all of them are athletes.
Not all are athletes because some are too young, but they're still reaping some of the benefits of these sports and getting to watch and learn, and things are coming up for them. But there's 325, 327 kids that are represented in those 124 families.
Then plus the parents. So we're close to 500, I would say, total between kids and adults.
Right.
That people that are part of the organization.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So we are growing, and it is an exciting time to be a part of what's going on.
Yeah, and adding every year, because one of my jobs as the assistant athletic director was to help newly rostered athletes, get all their compliance stuff. And every season we're adding new athletes, so that number is just going up.
It is
every semester.
It is. So it's fun. It's exciting. Well, I think one of the things that makes this enjoyable and exciting are the people that we do this with. And it's not just the teams and the families, but also on the board, the other board members that we have that are working hard behind the scenes to help make sure everything is running appropriately. So,
do we want to give a quick list of who those
let's
are?
do that.
Okay.
Let's do that. So currently there are 5 board members that we have. Me as president, you as vice president. Then we have Jennifer Druitt as our treasurer currently, Amy Chandler as our secretary, and Christine Broussard as our athletic director. Yeah, so those guys are crucial to everything that we do, and really a joy to work with and be around and doing life with.
Yeah, it's hard. I think it would be hard for the average person to imagine how much work these guys put in and what they do. It's all volunteer.
All volunteer
all
stuff.
All of us are doing it volunteer, but it's a lot of work that goes into it. And I was stunned when I came on the board of like
it's another full-time job.
Well, just because of how well everything is ran. It's ran so well, and then you realize it's all volunteer.
Right.
And these board members are just doing a fantastic job. So
you
included, Billy. So
in spite of me, right? In spite of me.
No, not in spite.
It is a team effort for sure. And two, all the board members that have gone before us since 2016 have really laid a groundwork for us to get us to this point. Like it's not about us and our current board. It is the families that have gone on before us.
Yeah, and it'll be after us. So
that's right.
We're just trying to set it up so that it can continue.
That's right.
Well after us.
That brings us to our first big announcement. I mean, we've talked about the numbers, we've talked about all the families and really the number of athletes and the kids, but as I look at those numbers, we started looking at where are these families located? And these families are being pulled from 7 different parishes within our area in central Louisiana. No longer are we just an Alexandria organization, or not even just a Alexandria Pineville, with these 2 cities next to each other. Alexandria was kind of that hub and where we were based out of. But now it's become an all-encompassing Central Louisiana thing. So we thought, okay, how this conversation we've been having on the board for about 3 years now of what about a name change that would more accurately reflect who we are as an organization? And so we've been in those conversations, and now like the big announcement that we've been waiting on now is our new homeschool name, as our organization name, going from Alexandria Homeschool Arts and Athletics to
Drum roll.
Mid-State Homeschool Organization.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that is. I
Man.
love that. I love that change.
Yeah. So, there were challenges with Alexandria, not just the regional locations of our families and the greater pool that we have now, but also like, the acronym kind of gets a little quirky, AHA, right?
Yeah.
But as we move forward, like, okay, how can we change this name to really reflect who we are as an organization?
Well, and it's a little long, Alexandria
Sure.
Homeschool Arts and Athletics. That's a
Yeah.
long name, and not a problem. But just how could we shorten it? How could we be more inclusive of the regional aspect of it?
Right.
And so we thought Mid-State was the perfect answer
Yeah.
for that. And so then
Definitely.
it's actually Mid-State Homeschool Organization. So it's MHO, which
Right.
is you get the 3-letter
Right.
acronym there, which is a little better. And
Yeah.
nothing wrong with the old name, but just
Right.
kind of an update. Yeah.
Yeah. So as we move forward and we communicate this, we're still going to be the Storm. So it's the Mid-State Storm. Anytime we refer to our organization, we're just going to call it the Mid-State Storm, or hopefully when people play us or come to us in our sports or in competitions at ASOL festivals and things like that, they'll just reference us as Mid-State.
Mid-State.
Like, hey, who we playing today? Oh, we're gonna play Mid-State, and then there's dread that comes over them because they know
Yes,
the
multiple
level of
state
competition is coming their way.
championships. Yeah.
That's right. So as we move forward, it'll be the Mid-State Storm
Beautiful.
with
Love
that.
it.
So love it. It helps shorten it, makes it easy in conversation too. So we're excited about that,
Yeah,
man.
huge
Really
change
are.
right there, and that's something that I think everybody can be excited about. And
Yeah.
and like you said, we want to. We are so grateful for all those that came before us and
That's
helped us
right.
move this direction. And so it's not taken away from that. It's just more of a update and
Absolutely.
moving into the future.
Absolutely. And with that change this year, this has been a year of change and really a lot of hard work by our board. So the name change and of course the bylaws will now all flow into that as well. So that'll be changed and those will be made available as well to our organization. And we'll tell you about how that will be in just a minute. But then, with our organization, just not just the name change, but a website change that is coming too.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
So that way, there's going to be a new face, a new storefront, or a new way to visit all the things with Alexandria Homeschool, but now it's Mid-State. So
Right, and so we have a little bit of a demo preview of
Okay.
the website that we can kind of look around as we're talking. So this is just like the demo of it. It's not complete,
that's right.
obviously.
That's right.
But just giving us an idea of where we're going, and just to be more modern, more clear, showing all the things that are available. Chris, if you want to go to athletics, that tab, and just kind of so it'll show the different
Right.
sports we have available. Of course, these are all just placeholder pictures.
Right.
There'll be actual pictures of our organization and our
Yeah,
sports.
and when we're ready to launch this, it'll all be updated. But we're
lots
working on
of
that.
pictures of the state championship trophies all over the
Yeah.
website, and people seeing that. And they'll be able to see the classes that are available, what our values are, and all of that. So this is a big change that's coming as well.
Our current Homeschool Life website is great. It helps run the business side of things.
Yeah.
But one thing that we keep hearing over and over and over is, how do we find you guys? Like, if you are a member of our organization, you get a membership into the Homeschool Life website, right? And then you have access to things. But just for the casual observer or someone moving into this area for the first time, how do they find us and locate us? Like this new website will help drive a lot of that too. So it'll be informational on the front end, not just for our people, but also for newcomers.
Making it super clear who we are, what we do,
That's
what's
right.
available, and how to get involved.
That's right.
Whereas that, just always improving that.
Yeah.
The other website, the homeschoolers, they'll still work together because you'll still have ways to log in and register through the other, but they'll all work together and it'll be a seamless kind of process where they work together.
Yeah, definitely. We're excited about that. So there's going to be some really great changes moving forward with that. And part of that website too is, we have the type of organization we are. We're a nonprofit organization, a charitable donation qualified organization. So all of our funds come from parents that they fund everything. But then we also have organizations and businesses who can make charitable contributions that help underwrite a lot of the things that are going on too. So people can do that, and that also be a tax write-off for them and charitable donations.
Awesome.
But so the website also gives us a place to showcase who some of those sponsors are. Right. And then the website will also give us a place to put our bylaws where members can go and access some of that and just be able to figure out, okay, who are we and what do we do?
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
Yeah. So it'll be a landing point for a lot of different things going on that people are needing and wanting information on.
Yeah, and just another way that we're sort of updating and modernizing our organization and just continuing to get better.
Yep. Absolutely. In this past year, we talk about all the changes. We have put a lot of work into some fundraising as well. So it's put us in a really good position financially as an organization. So I'm really excited about where we are and where we're headed, even financially with our organization. So,
Great.
Man, it's incredible to watch these parents and these kids really not just participate, but they're all in, so much fun.
Yeah.
So.
It is. Well, do we want to cover some other things, or do we want to save that for another podcast?
Ooh, man, I want to cover it all, right? but maybe we save that for another podcast for sure, and give some more updates as we move forward. So
yeah, sounds good. Well, like I said today, name change, website. That's coming. That'll be out. Probably end of March, maybe, or beginning. Middle?
Yeah, in the next month and a half, we're looking at trying to launch those things.
Yeah, and we'll come back on another podcast and we'll hit some more of these things, give some updates on some sports and other projects and things we have coming up. So,
absolutely, it's exciting.
Thanks, Billy.
Yeah, thanks for your time. Appreciate you.